get some hands over here. Union Jack.
I had another one while I was thinking about it. I kind of just found out about Lost Girls, so I binge watched 1 through 3 like in like 2 days. So there was the story arc where the girlfriend, I just lost her name.
Nadia.
Yes. And then this whole like you were screaming at the wow, my brain is.
You mean when I was begging Bo to kill her?
Yeah, well, no, when you were, it's like, it seemed, and it may be because I just watched them one right after the other, but
Yeah.
it seemed like the storyline just went, and done. It's over. Like, you struggled for like 5 years to get her to wake up and to find the research.
She was going to kill us all. I had to make a quick decision.
Was it the writer's choice to, hey, I'm just going to wake her up so that she can become this person to kill everybody? Or was it like, you know, because they wanted you to be more with Bo instead? I mean, it's like...
I don't know. You know, it's a good question. It's a question for the writers probably. I can't speak to it, but...
Okay, then more of how do you feel about, hey, my girlfriend's awake and now she's trying to kill us?
Well, it was very upsetting. When your significant other goes homicidal, it puts a damper on sort of trust.
Were you okay with the fact that they just kind of let that story?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it would have been more interesting for them to explore it, definitely. You know, sometimes in retrospect, you have an idea and it sometimes doesn't quite go how you thought. Again, like it's definitely a writer question. I can't really speak to the choices they made and why they made them because I just don't know. But certainly for me, I think that it would have been more interesting to explore that dynamic a little bit. I mean, Athena Kofanis, who played Nadia, is a tremendously talented actress, and so having her around longer would always be a good thing. Like she's gone on to do wonderful things. So she's great, but. No, but I hear that, and it was a comment that I think came up a lot. Like, that's not the only time I've heard that comment, so it certainly has resonated with people that happened, for sure.
Up here in the black.
So have you asked the writers if they can do just the lab coat?
I'm sure it'll happen.
Okay.
I'm sure it'll happen before we bow out. If not, I'll just finally come to a con and do it.
Yeah.
I love that we haven't actually said anything and people know what we're talking about.
I keep seeing a hand back in the back this way somewhere. Right there, there we go. Okay.
That's Eric, everybody. My new friend. Hey, Eric. Inspires me? I think that what I love, what I'm so proud of about that show is that it never references the obviousness that would be to reference, right? It never references that it's a same-sex relationship. It never references that Rick is a small person. It doesn't reference people's difference. And I think what's resonated with people is that, you know, it's okay to just be whatever you are and whoever you are and look like however you look and love whoever you love. And we kind of don't ever talk about it. And I love that it's never beaten over the head. We just are what we are. And I think that I think every person in the world can connect to that, you know, because I think we've all felt different at one point or another. And I love that.
See a hand over here too.
You mentioned you're like a very comedic person, and we've definitely got a taste for comedy so far. Are you more like a dark humor, sarcasm, not joke?
Well, I'm British, so I sort of, you know, I certainly have a bit of a typical dry British sense of humor, which comes, you know, I think from my father. If you met him, you'd go, Might not do it like that. That was weird, but.
That's all everyone did?
Just all the time? Oh. Now that would be creepy, yeah.
My wife's gone on and on about sex ed for kids for the last year now. Any idea when it's going to get released here?
I have been just told that it will be available on iTunes May 1st, all across North America. So, yeah, we'll see how we get it. And then that is a whole new world. Apparently all I do is roles with sex. Yeah. It's hard to, should really branch out and play a lawyer or something. Oh, I did that actually once, where I also had sex on the list. Yeah.
Right here? Either way.
So how does one apply for the job of boob wrangler?
I know, totally. Do you want it? You're mine. There. Is that your girlfriend?
My wife, actually.
Your wife? You should probably just wrangle hers. You're not just wrangling. Okay, that's so lovely. Thanks.
Real question. How do you prepare yourself for like a makeout scene or a sex scene? Because some people get nervous, some people like
Yeah.
prank the other person. So what exactly do you do?
Oh, I'll have sex with anybody. I mean, it depends who it's with. I mean, with Anna and I have done it so many times now, it's almost boring. But no, I mean, it's just we have a familiarity. I can never ever say that word. And so it's fine. But if like I had Ali Liebert on the show, and we had never met ever before, and like I think one of our first scenes was to have sex. So just it's sort of as awkward as you would imagine making out with someone you've never met before. Like you just kind of have to figure each other out quickly. So you have to go like a million miles an hour. It's high, you want to drink, and then let's get it off. Where you might have months, I have minutes.
I've seen the other one.
Okay, I started out with a really weird question. It's more simple. On stage, of course, memorizing the script, you have to memorize the whole thing. On television, and you're shooting out of sequence, how do you memorize?
Typically, you memorize everything for the following day, the day before. Because once we start filming, there's no break. So if you're shooting 8 pages on Tuesday, you learn them on Monday when you get home. I mean, I go through the script beforehand as best I can if you've got a little bit of time, but we shoot very quickly. And so you're typically learning your lines for the next day, the day before.
And you memorize the whole thing, but then you might shoot this version of that.
They tell you what order the scenes will be in for the week. So at least I know what order. So you learn in order typically, or I do. Yeah.
Do you ever or do you or any of the other actors ever ad-lib into the scene?
Sometimes, not very often, but it's every now and then we sort of add a little ism here and there. Yeah, sometimes.
If you could actually become any fae, what would you choose to be?
I think that Vex. Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Yeah. I like him. Or maybe it's just Paul I like. I don't know.
Again, you gotta admire someone who can jump around doing on stunts and heels.
I know.
Leather pants.
Yeah, totally.
I keep seeing a hand like straight back here. Yeah, there we go.
I like Lauren with Bo, but I'm enjoying her with Ebony.
Oh yeah,
If you
Morgan.
had to pick light or dark.
Zoe would probably pick dark. Like, just because I love playing. I mean, you know, what I loved about Lauren at the very, very beginning of the series was that she walked this kind of weird line, and you never really knew if she was good or bad. And I love playing any kind of part, not necessarily good or bad, but where you kind of get to walk a line a little bit, and you're not any one thing. Because I don't think human beings are any one thing ever. It's like saying that person's a good person or a bad person or a funny person or a not funny person. I think we all have really we're really layered and we're really complicated, and I love playing characters that are that. That's interesting to me.
And then you always hear about, light and dark. Light doesn't mean good, and dark doesn't mean bad.
That's right.
And how much do you actually believe that?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'll get back to you. Right up here.
When you're not working, what do you love to do?
I love walking my dogs. I live right beside a huge park. And so there's an off-leash area, and I go and I walk my dogs, and I hang out with my friends. I love traveling. I just was in Hawaii and Australia, and I love doing stuff like that. What's that?
You're in Kansas City.
I know I'm in Kansas, which is awesome. Thanks for having. Oh yeah, I know. I keep saying that too. I went. If it means anything to you, I went on the internet last night and figured it all out. I kept reading it, and then one person said I haven't had the heart to tell her she's actually not in Kansas, and I was like, oh. So I get it. I'm sorry. I get that all the time from just random people who don't know what they're doing.
Those of us on the correct side of the state line like to make sure everyone knows.
But it's weird. Why is there a Kansas City in Kansas and one in Missouri? I mean, how am I supposed to know? What's that? Not the good part. Okay, let's not fight.
Yeah, how far ahead, it's kind of far ahead, how far ahead do you guys know where the story is going?
Well-
And also after that, as the writer said, that there's kind of a shifting there.
There has not been any word of a definite ending. There may be one, but they have not talked about it with us. And then in terms of your story arc for the season, you can talk to the showrunner, not you, I mean you could maybe. I can talk to the showrunner. And they'll give you an idea of what the plan is for your character that season. But then you get the scripts pretty much the week before you actually shoot them. So we're kind of learning as we go. Yeah.
Back here in the back.
What would you like, where would you like to see your character going?
Oh, I don't know. I just want her to go crazy. She's so uptight all the time. I just want her to just chill out.
Build pipe bombs.
You what?
Build pipe bombs again?
Yeah, totally. Build those. I mean, not dangerous necessarily. Just, I want her to go to a rave or something. Yeah, totally. That girl. Go ahead.
I know that usually food on set is real, but about all the alcohol that gets consumed on the show, when is it real and when is it not?
We don't drink any real alcohol when we're filming. The most it'll be like that 0 point whatever horrifying beer thing that sometimes. But the wine is some mixture of grape juice and hell or something. I don't know. I don't know what the taste is, but yeah.
Not one of your favorites.
No.
On Warden Al, I think you said that you were interested in writing and directing and stuff. Have you written anything, or what if you were gonna write? What would you want to write? Genre or anything like that?
I don't know if I could write genre. I don't know if I'm well versed enough to be able to do that. But all kinds of stuff actually.
I mean, not like genre stuff, just any kind of
Oh, and you don't mean specifically genre. You mean which genre?
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I have a few things on the go right now, and they kind of hit all sorts of genres, except genre. Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you have the opportunity to explore other roles than just acting on set? I know a lot of shows give their actors and other talent opportunities with writing, directing.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I'm pretty happy on Lost Girls to do the part I'm in right now. But my own work, I would be more inclined to do that. Yeah.
Let's see another hinge. Let's go with the gray. I don't think we've gotten that.
Are you enjoying the new Lauren Dyson kind of teaming up?
Oh yeah, anytime I get to shoot anything with Chris, and Chris and I like each other a lot, so it's fun to get to play a little bit more with him.
It's fun to watch.
Yeah, oh good, I'll let him know. Let's go ahead.
For the Mingle for a Mission that happened back in June, I asked you a question, and I wanted to ask you if it has changed to describe your life in a 6-word sentence.
What did I say then?
No telling. See what
No,
you say
yeah,
now.
let's see what you
My
say
life
now.
in 6 words? Fast, crazy, fast. What did I say then?
I do. Let's see. What was it? I don't.
You don't
She said
know.
sex, anxiety.
Dogs, cats, anxiety.
Yeah, it's the same thing as fast. Same thing.
And the kilt back here.
In the guilt.
How many of your friends ask the writers to your friend did for a quick cameo?
No. Well, any of my friends that are actors, they act. Non-actors? No, I haven't. Why? Do you want to be on Lost Girls?
Yeah.
You're too what?
Pretty TV.
I know. It's hard. It's just the cross you have to bear.
I'm gonna bring it really quick back to your dogs because I'm a total dog person. You know, we've referenced them twice. What kind of dogs?
Papillon and a Shih Tzu. Yeah.
Itty bitties.
Itty tiny bitty. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take one more question, Elise. It looks like we're.
Do you have any other pets?
A cat. Yeah.
We all know.
Can't remember her name, but.
What are their names?
The animals? Suki and Pepper and Clover. Yeah. Yeah.
I know we're actually starting to get a little close on time, unfortunately. I know we could probably all just sit in here and pick your brain for another hour or so. They might yell at me. But thank you to the fans that are in here today.
Thank you very, very much.
Definitely. Thank you, Zoe, so much for coming to Kansas City. Here pretty soon. Sci-fi sippy. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.